So when you came home, did you wash your hands really, really good?
I washed my hands, yeah. I washed my hands singing happy birthday to myself in my head.
Yay. I was just reading a Sky News article from Italy.
Okay.
The leftist media.
Okay.
And what's it about the leftist media? Where they'd let reporters go into a hospital.
Mm-hmm.
The only people that get to be put into ICU are the ones who are like gravely close to death.
Right.
Because it's so bad.
Yep.
Okay, everybody, we're gonna start in just 3 or 4 minutes here. I just gotta go get myself some stuff to drink, and then we'll get started. So I'll be right back. Thank you, Igbo. I appreciate that. I was indeed speaking. All right. So just to explain that again, then what we're doing today. So we're going to work on some just kind of general mechanics here for the Godot Match 3, where we left off on Friday, or not Friday, Wednesday. We had made it so that we have this obstacle that acts like the licorice swirl, and they'll fall like they're supposed to. But the mechanic that we want to get is we want them to take damage if there's a match near them, adjacent to them. So right now it did damage to that one, but then these two took damage at the same time. So it's not quite there yet. It's almost there. It's like 95% of the way there, but we got a little bit of work to do. So to do that, I'm gonna have to remind myself what I left off on Wednesday. So I'm pretty sure that we were looking in the grid. I don't need this swirl holder anymore. So I'm going to delete this and hope that doesn't break everything. Okay, nothing looks broken so far. All right, cool. So far, so good. Now I want to take a look at my scene I made for the licorice swirl. Swirl. So I have this assigned as a color as swirl. And then I also have this is matchable off. This is something that was brought up by Anthro right before we did this, where she said we could maybe just make not matchable the color here instead of having this be a separate variable. So I'm going to call this not matched. And then that way we won't need to worry about the is matchable variable. And that I think will actually fix another problem that I have. So I want to go take a look at the piece script that this inherits from. And I'm going to remove this matchable from it. Okay. Now I also want to go into my licorice swirl here. Swirl. So we've got put under destroy effect, reparent the destroy effect to the main scene self.queueFree. So I think the issue is coming from here. It's coming from this being matched. Because what's happening in the grid script, and let me see if I can trace this. So in the grid script, when destroy matched, here we go. When destroy matched is called, it finds bombs, and then it checks all the pieces. And if the piece is matched, and all pieces ij.color does not equal, what did I call it? Not match or non-match? I'm gonna have to go back and check that now. I have this tendency to give things names without thinking about it. I called it not matched. So this needs to be not matched. Not matched. Because I think that's what was happening that made the other one be destroyed. So then damage special. So if the special it's damaging is at an earlier place in the row, then it would then it wouldn't be caught until after everything fell. That's why that's working the way it is. So what we want to do here so I'm gonna run another method. So when we go through check swirls here, which is what I implemented on Wednesday, I'm gonna put a little check here, and it's gonna be whether or not a swirl's been damaged. So we'll call this var swirl damaged. Set it to false, and then if this happens, we'll set swirl damage to true. And this is kind of ugly code here. I can go through and fix this up in just a minute. I don't need to have these be like this. I can just have it call a separate method, but and then if I'll make a new little function here to specifically damage the licorice swirls. So we'll call this destroy licorice swirl. And then if swirl damaged, destroy licorice swirl. Okay. So, oh, I forgot to announce I was doing this. So let me actually go in here. Hey there. King Cobra. Hello, Mimic, how are you? Alright, so we've got destroy licorice swirl. What we want to do now is go through all the pieces. For I in width, for j in height, if all pieces I, j, is not equal to null. How am I doing it in destroy matched? Yeah, okay. So if all pieces ij is not equal to null, if all pieces ij dot matched and dot color equals non-matched, then I want to destroy the piece and clear it. So all pieces ij dot q free. Thanks, Mimic. Today I'm looking at some Godot stuff. Your English is fine, man, don't worry. Today I'm looking at some Godot stuff, which is another tutorial series that's been going on for quite some time here. Sometimes I stream about the Zelda stuff. I try to do both. Alright, so let's try this. I think I might have broken some stuff, but I might not. Oh, okay. This is matchable. So I might as well leave the is matchable in here then, I guess. I just removed it. I'm going to put it back. And then make sure to okay, there we go. And then make sure to make this. Alright, I think I have to reload my licorice swirl. That's weird. Oh, because I didn't make this an export. Okay. Anthro asks, with the licorice pieces ij.matched. I don't know what you mean by that. I'm just going to leave this as matchable. Okay, so... Alright, so that did a few things. I wonder if I make another match somewhere else, if these are going to register. Nope. So that messes up the... Yeah, that messes up the movement. Oh, no. So we're specifically, when we're finding matches, that was one of the things I think I did last time, was to, and that's why I have that row of 3, is to check to see if, since they all have the same color, they'd end up being part of a match. So, which I think is another thing that the matchable is doing, is matchable. So if we go to find matches, so yep, and array ij is matchable. So if it's not a matchable piece, it doesn't even check to see if it's line 577. If all pieces ij.matched and all pieces, so this is here. So they get turned matched in the when they take damage. In the licorice swirl script, when they take damage, they reduce their health, and then if their health is less than or equal to 0, destroy. Oh, matched equals true. I thought I did that. Oh, it's part of the destroy. That's why I did do that. So cool. So now if I go back to the grid here really quickly, so if all pieces is matched and its color is non-matched, then I want to queue it free and set it equal to null. Okay. So now there's something with the switch back. Let's take a second and look at that. Swap back. If piece 1 is equal to null, or if piece 1 is not equal to null and piece 2 is not equal to null, swap pieces. Last place dot x, last direction. So this swap back is being triggered, which is weird. So like in here, if I move these two, everything's going to fall, but then these two are going to swap again, even though they'll be different pieces this time. See? Even though there was a match. So what needs to be done here is I need to follow that swap back stuff. So swap back. So where's swap back being called from? Alright, it's being called from here. Destroy matched. Okay, so that was matched is not turning true for some reason. And is that part of this? So if all pieces ij.matched and all pieces ij.color is not equal to not matched, then was the goal being checked? I wasn't even paying attention. Red, yellow, pink, blue, hello. I may have missed it, but I think 577 should be not matched. Okay, give me a second and I'll check that. I want to check to see if the goals are updating first. Okay, cool. So 577 should be... Oh, ha! Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Alright, let's try this again here. So we'll do this. Did that work correctly? I can't tell. Okay, I'm gonna have to do that again to see if it worked right. Thank you, red, yellow, pink, blue, if you just fixed that. So I'm gonna swap these two, and then just this one piece should go. No, okay. So I'm gonna swap these two, and just that one should go. Okay, it worked that time. If I swap these two, then all three of these should go. No. What about here? Okay, that time it worked. So it's mostly working. So what do I need to do? Let's take a look at the check swirls here. So I'm going to make a separate function that I'm going to call damage swirl. And this is going to need to have a position. And then I'm going to grab all of this here. And let's just copy that in there. So now we want to do position.x and position.y. And then we want to also send in that that Boolean value, so that can be changed. Okay, and then return swirl damaged, and then we'll send this as something else that's being passed in. Okay. Here we go. Now for each of these, I'm going to so I'll say swirl damaged equals damage swirl vector 2 column row -1. Oh, and then I also have to pass in swirl damaged. Alright, cool. So now this one line can replace a whole bunch of lines. So this is going to be up, so that's +1. And this is left. So row stays the same, but column is -1. And then this is down, or not down, right. So this is row stays the same and column is +1. The Nairao says, wow, these day I tried to learn about match 3 games, very good. I mean, yeah, I have quite a few tutorials about them, so feel free to hang out. This is pretty far into the Godot version, but you're welcome to be here. Alright, so let's find out what I broke. Alright. Okay, so that swapped back again. So there's an issue with the swap back that needs to be fixed. The hint fixed itself though, that's good. Alright, that worked like it was supposed to. So did that. Okay. So the swap back is being weird now. Alright. So let's look at that swap back again. Actually, I already have it called up. So we have swap back and it's being called from here. So destroy matched, was matched equals false, and then was matched equals true. Destroys the hint, and it starts the collapse timer. Limited Void Dev says, hey, hello. No webcam today, no, sorry. Alright, so it has to do with this. Let's do a print here and say no match found. Alright, so okay. Is this going to be the most frustrating of bugs, the one that's intermittent? Okay, didn't swap that time. Okay, and it looks like it's behaving like it's supposed to, as far as the swirl goes. Did it. It did it there. Okay, cool. So okay, so I think I know what the issue is. Okay, so I think I don't need to have this here. And instead, I can just call the destroy matched again, because I think that's what's causing it. So let's test this out. So instead of calling destroy licorice whirl, I'm just going to call destroy matched. So let's try that. Oh, jeez. Okay, no bueno. So that's not it. So if all pieces ij dot matched and all pieces dot color is not equal to not matched. So the problem is, so I guess I just have to add in this damaged swirl, or in this destroy licorice swirl, I have to add the check that was matched. Okay. Let's say if all pieces I j dot matched and all pieces ij dot color is equal to not matched, then I'm gonna say was matched equals true. Hey there, Hagsters, how are you? Okay. Okay, so let's make this an else if. Carlos says, hey, can I contact you to ask you some questions about Unity programming? Doing a mini game with Unity as a project in order to end my degree at university, but they never taught me to do. You can join the Discord. I have a link to the Discord in the description, and then we can go from there. Oh, if. I'm bouncing between C# and Python too much. Okay. This seems okay so far. Okay. Okay, that's good. Okay. I think that might be okay. I'm gonna try a few more times and then we can move on to something else here. Okay. Okay. Alright, it hasn't happened yet. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna do one more time because I'm freaking out about this. But this might be okay. Gah! See, it did it right there. So why did it do it? Because that time it wasn't. That time it's not that there wasn't a licorice swirl damaged. Okay. So it went through the licorice pieces. It sets them to be, checks to see if they're matched. I think I can still just do, destroy matched though. And then here, set was matched to be true. And then I'm just gonna grab all of this stuff. But then why am I doing this? But then why do... Okay. Okay, what did I do to make that happen now? Anthro asks, whatever's calling bombs needs to, if not check for not matched. Maybe, yeah. So I think that's still in the destroy pieces method. Or destroy matched. Yeah, so it's find bombs. And then find bombs is here. For I current matches dot size current column equals current matches I dot x current row equals current matches I dot y. Oh, I need to not be adding this to the current matches. So when we destroy matched, I'm not adding it to the current matches though. Okay, so then I guess that's not it. Find bombs. For J and current matches dot size. So this is only going through the current matches, but then so this row is current matches J. So why isn't this current matches J dot color? And then let's just get rid of this. Comment this out for like a second. Okay. Alright, so I got an issue with this right away. What I have to do... Okay, so it looks like it's happening if there's a match that doesn't affect the swirls. Q free and base nil. How can this possibly have been nil? Your YouTube died. I'm sorry, Anthro. I'll archive this. Alright, let's walk myself back from what I've done. Let's get rid of this, put that back. Let's go take a look at the destroy licorice swirl and destroy matched. So I'm going to put this back to how I had it. So I'm going to comment out this line and then we're just going to remove all of this. I think I need to remove all of it, the whole check. Alright, so let's try this again. So that's one that didn't affect the swirls and it went back. This one will affect the swirls and it doesn't go back. Affects the swirls, didn't go back. That one didn't affect the swirls, but it didn't go back. That's so weird. Didn't affect the swirls, didn't go back. Is it... No, that one's fine. This is a weird issue. So this won't affect the swirls and it goes back. Then this one didn't affect the swirls and went back. Went back. Went back. That's what I'm trying to do, but I might need to do some preset pieces for that. Okay. So I thought maybe it would be one where there was like a streak. Like maybe it was only happening if there was a streak, but no streak there, and it happened. No streak there. But then if I do something that will make a streak, like this one, it still happened. So it doesn't have to do with the streaks. But reliably, if it does affect the swirls, wait and you'll see, it doesn't go back. See, that one affected a swirl. That one used a bomb, and it didn't go back. And now see, now it's gone. I bet if I do this one, it'll be fine. Yeah. This one. Fine. What if I do two that don't make a match? Fine. Totally fine. I have no idea what the issue is. I do know that it happens when this gets called. Yeah, I think you're right. I'm going to try and do this. I'm going to put all of this inside of a check for was matched. So that way was matched always gets to be true if the piece was a matched piece. Okay, that one affected the thingy things though. Okay, that one didn't go back. That one didn't go back. Okay, I'm tentatively hopeful. Yeah, fingers crossed indeed. Okay, let's try. Okay. Alright, it looks like it might be fixed. Let's try it a few more times just to be sure. Oh, that is so frustrating. Oh my gosh, that's frustrating. Okay. Let's try and reverse this. So we're going to start with was match being true. And then if all pieces is matched, we won't have to do anything to was matched. Instead, no, that's not going to work that way. And throw. What do you mean? What's the opposite of continue? Continue means to that's break. So I could add a. I haven't really done this at this point so far, but since I know that this is causing it, I can add a breakpoint here, and then that means that when Godot gets here, it's going to automatically stop. So let's try that. So see, it hit that breakpoint. Now if I look at my debugger, I can tell a few things. Wait, go back. Ah, I double clicked it too quickly. So there's my breakpoint. So, destroy matched, and then line 508. So let's say let's use the streak. Okay. Okay. And now I lost control. Okay. Weird. Anthro, what do you mean by it? Wait. I don't know what you mean by it never moved up to its new position. That orange bomb you created. Huh. I know, I have the stream on like ultra low latency too. Sorry. I noticed the hint with the swirl blocks. That was weird. Right, that was especially weird. Wait. Let's try not doing any of this. Okay, so something's happening after refill now. Where I'm not getting control back. That's what's happening. Okay. I know what's going on now. So, okay, here's what's going on. In the after refill method, which is the method that gives you control back of the board, it checks to see if there's a match at any of the pieces or if any of the pieces themselves are matched. And if they are, then it runs the find matches method. The find matches method, which is not find all matches, just find matches. There we go. This specifically doesn't check to see if it's a matchable, and that was to make sure that if there were 3 in a row that we couldn't get them. And then it goes through all of this and get bombed pieces, and then it starts a destroy timer, and then the destroy timer comes back with destroy matches, I'm pretty sure. Destroy timer, timeout, destroy matched. So then, come on now. There we go. So was matched is false. If all pieces IJ not matched, it's true. If the color is not matched, isn't not matched. Why am I don't think I need to do this. I think I can just have this as it is. Just if it's matched. Yeah. And then this can go back to being an else. Okay. All right, so all right, not ideal. Pieces aren't moving back now. All right, so let's only damage special. if it's not one of those pieces. Okay. No, it's fine. It's not going to break a train of thought. So since Godot 3.1, Godot has become what's called a typed language. Up until now, it's been this kind of weird Python-esque offshoot of C++. So when you create a variable here, so up here, the beginning of everything, it's technically not a variable, it's a variant. But when you create a variable here, like this var state, it doesn't know. The way I always describe it is it's creating a container, and then the shape of the container tells you what it can hold. So when we make these exports here, we're making them integer-shaped containers, so only integers can go in it. If you try to put anything that isn't an integer in this container, it's going to freak out. Whereas this width and this height, these are just containers that we don't know what they are until we try to put something in them. And then as soon as we put something in them, it becomes that shape. So this is good for people who are just starting to learn a language, because it allows them to focus on the concept behind what the variable is instead of the minutia of making it work correctly. The problem is that's not very performant. It's more performant if the container is declared, or the type of container is declared when everything starts running. So what the colon equal sign is colon would be to tell it that this has to be an integer. And then now this knows only integer-sized things will fit in here. And if I do colon equal sign and then say like 3, that means that the type that this variable is the type of container, and what's going in that container is 3. If I just do equals 3, then it doesn't necessarily set the container, if that makes any sense. So I think I might have fixed this. Let's check. All right. Oh, good Lord. Good Lord. Okay. Practice calm breathing. Right now I just want to see if this is gonna do what it's supposed to do. Come on, I just want matches next to these. That's all I want. That's all I want. Okay. Now, all right, let's trace this whole thing out. So when we swap pieces, all right, so we set them, check to see if they're in restricted move. If they're both color, then we clear the board. If either of the pieces are a color bond, and one of the pieces is a sinker, then we swap back. I'm going to store the info of the two pieces in the direction. Can move is false. Change move state. We're setting other piece and first piece, and we're moving them, and then finding the matches. And then in find matches, so match and dim, add to array, match and dim, add to array. Destroy timer start. I think I know what the issue is now. And throw. This is a good question. So, personally, it's when I get to the point where I'm dreading working on a project. That's when I nuke it. Okay, so back to this. Destroy timer. Goes to destroy matched. Destroy matched finds bombs. Always matched. Collapse timer. And then the collapse timer does collapse columns. And then it does the refill timer. So refill timer. That goes to refill columns. And then refill columns. Okay. And then that goes to after refill. Okay. Well, now it's working fine. That is very frustrating. What was that? It looked like it was trying to say that there was a hint at the thingy things again. Okay. So now okay, so what's your for Anthro? Oh, the bizarre hint. Yeah. Okay, I think this might make it look better. Okay, so that fixed one issue, but made another. Okay, those are working better now, though. At least they're being destroyed at the same time. But that puts me pretty much at the place I was at the beginning of the stream. Okay, that time it didn't swap back. That's good. Didn't swap back again. That's good. Still not swapping back. It's like it stopped swapping back. Okay, so... Okay, so what I did here is in the destroy matched function, and now it checks everything. And if it's a matched piece, but it's not one of the no matching pieces, then it damages the special pieces. And then it goes back through again and checks everything that's matched, and if it's matched, then it destroys it. So then was matched is true. It emits a signal to check the goal. I don't need to do this in here anymore. And then it queues it free, sets it null, makes particle effect, makes an animated effect, play sound, cam effect. Okay. So let's try this again. Okay, no swap back, but one of the pieces was destroyed. And no weird bizarre hint. Okay, no swap back, also good. Still no swap back, good. I feel like I've been hurt too much to be optimistic with this, but we're gonna keep going. Okay. Let's try it a few more times. And then maybe I can declare victory. Nope, I cannot declare victory. So it seems like it's happening if it's the first time I do it. Nope, did it there too. I wonder if it's going to do it until I damage one of those pieces. Yeah, it does it until I damage a piece. And now it's not going to do it. So that's my guess, is that if I make matches that don't damage the licorice swirls, then it's going to swap them back. So like this, no damage, but it didn't swap back. So that means that's not true. Maybe it's because it was a bomb. Okay, see, that time it damaged and then it didn't swap back. Damage didn't swap back. No damage, swapped back. Now, I think if I make a bomb, it won't swap back either. See? Bomb, no swap back. And then now it's just not going to swap back again. So the issue is, if I don't make a bomb or damage the licorice swirls until then, or at least I think that's what the issue is. It's hard to tell because that time I did both. But no swap back. Okay. Okay, still no bomb and still no damage to the licorice swirls, and it's swapping back. Now I damaged the licorice swirls, and I think it's not going to swap back. Okay, cool. So I think I figured it out. Let's try this again. I'm just checking to see if there's any place on here I could make a bomb, and I don't see one. Okay, so it's gonna swap back this time. Yep. I think if I do this, then it won't swap back. Nope, it did. Okay, so I was wrong about that. I'm real frustrated with this project right now. It swapped back in the background. You chicken mother hose clamp. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Okay. See, in here I thought I knew the answer. And I thought I knew the answer because I knew how to fix this, how to make them take damage like they're supposed to. But I don't know how to fix this weird extra thing that's happening now. Because that's frustrating. Red, yellow, pink, blue says, is it checking for a match after you've made a match on the piece that was just swapped? Is it checking for a match after you've made a match on the piece that was just swapped? That does make sense, but so the way swap back works is when it checks for the destroy matched, pretty sure this is the only place that swap back gets called, but let's find out. So swap back. Okay, so this is here to make sure that you can't swap the sinkers. Yeah, it only gets called in two places. It gets called if the pieces are sinkers. So let's just look at this is piece sinkers. That's if the color is none, but the color in the licorice swirl is not none. It's not matched. So then if we look back here, okay. So swap back is only being called if one of the pieces is a sinker. And then piece 1 is not equal to null and piece 2 is not equal to null. Let's add another condition to this. This is going to be a little bit messy, and I was really trying to avoid having this condition at all, but I might as well right now. So we'll do obstacle, preset board, hint stuff, current pieces, swap back variables. So we'll do var match found. Mahmoud says, great. Thank you, I guess. So we'll do match found, and then in my destroy matches, we'll set match found to be true, and then I'll set it back to be false in after refill. So destroy matched. If any of the pieces are matched, I'm going to say match found equals true. And then in after refill, I'll set it back. And then in swap pieces, I won't let them swap if that match found turned to be true. So swap pieces. Or not swap pieces, swap back. So if piece 2 is not equal to null, and piece 1 is not equal to null, and not match found. Okay. So over here. Okay, cool. That's okay, it's a good sign so far, but then these two didn't swap back because it's not being set until after refill. Okay, so then in my find matches, okay, so now, oh, I'm looking in the wrong spot. That's why I can't find it. So in my find matches here, match colors, current color, match and dim, add to array. If query return false, get parent destroyed timer. So in the destroy matches here, I'm gonna say elif not was matched and not match found. So that should add an extra check there. So let's start by swapping two pieces that don't make a match. Okay, cool. They swap back. Two pieces that do make a match, but don't damage the concrete. Whew. All right. Is this gonna fix stuff? Holy cow, I'm gonna be so happy if this fixes it. But I've been burned too many times tonight. Okay, so let's try this a few more times to see if I actually fixed it. Okay. And now I don't have control. And that's coming from after refill. Because in after refill, it's checking from after refill, and then it's trying to find matches. So let's look at this match at. So we're only going to check match at if all pieces I, j dot color is not equal to not matched. Turn false. Carlos says, seems great. Ouch. Yep. Ouch indeed. Okay, cool. I messed with stuff I shouldn't have messed with, I guess. Okay, so if all pieces ij, so if all pieces ij is not equal to null, and okay, so yeah, but it made a, there's already all kinds of matches on the board right there. So that's an issue. I think okay. I can't do it that way. So if all pieces I minus 1, j is not equal to null, oh, well, let's just do if color is not matched. Since I'm already passing the color in. Okay, so, okay, didn't swap back. Do I have control though? I do. Okay, good. Alright, still didn't swap back. Okay, so let's try that again then. Okay, we're good so far, I think. I am way too burned to be optimistic about this though. Okay. A few more times here. Okay. Okay. And throw. I'm sorry. It just, I thought this would be really simple to fix, and it was simple to fix one thing, but then fixing that one thing caused like 5 other issues I did not anticipate. So it looks like it's working now though. I have no idea what all the things I changed were. I'd have to go back through and rewatch the live stream because I changed stuff and then changed it back and then changed other stuff and changed that back and changed something else, and then I don't know. I don't know how helpful this is going to be for anybody. Casey, when did column 1 blow up? Even though I have this on like ultra minimal lag, there's still like a lot of lag, so I don't... Did I miss something blowing up that shouldn't have blown up? Okay, I'm willing to declare a very, very cautious victory here. I hope this has shown you guys that I don't really know what I'm talking about ever. I don't remember seeing that. I'd have to go back through and look at the footage, Casey, to find out why that happened. I believe you it happened. I don't remember seeing it, and I'd have to go back through and look at the footage to find out why. I haven't seen anything like that replicate itself here, which doesn't mean it wouldn't happen again. It just means I haven't seen it happen again yet. Okay, I believe you it was 3 minutes ago, but I can't check without stopping the stream and then going through the YouTube video. It's way easier for you to check what's happened on stream than it is for me. Okay, I'm declaring a cautious victory here, but before I go too far, I'm going to update this on GitHub so that anybody else can see what I did. Maybe I'll update it on GitHub. Maybe. Yeah, I hope it's a victory too, man. I'm willing to be cautiously optimistic. Okay, here we go. I want to look at... It's Godot match 3. So summary is going to be updating to stream 3 dash, not 2, 3-20. Updated to stream from 3-20, including a possible obstacle that works like the licorice swirl. Carlos, yeah, I have a link in the description to my GitHub, which is what I'm updating it to right now. So if you just take a look at the description, it should have a little link that says my GitHub for all my projects. Casey, I have no idea, man. Anthro and I were talking, and like, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I do differently, so I don't know. Carlos, I don't think that's right. No, there's not another site. It's just GitHub. Because like this alone was last updated in August. Red, Yellow, Pink, Blue says, hope that sorted it out too. I agree. And then hope I managed to help. You did, Rello. Red, Yellow, Pink, Blue. Thank you. The last major change was in adding a variable to check match state. Right, you're right. Okay. For some reason, it takes a million years for GitHub to work on my computer. So I'm willing to say that we have accomplished our goals for today, and I'm willing to declare victory and success. I need to go start making dinner in just a little bit here, so I'm going to switch over to the ending soon. Carlos, you can send me a message in Discord, sure. I don't know what it's going to be about though, so I can't guarantee that I will reply how you want me to. But feel free, sure. If you guys have any last minute questions or anything like that, feel free to ask now while things are starting to wind down. Casey, sure, we can look at that in the next live stream. I'll probably do another one next week for Godot stuff. I want to do one where it's just me working on like my personal project that I'm working through right now, because I think that'd be kind of cool to share that with people. But if I do another Godot live stream next week, sure. Anthro, what he means is a tool to lay out the obstacles so it's easier than using the grid coordinates. Because currently you set the grid coordinates, but you don't get a nice visual representation of it. I had shown off a test I did for using a Godot node called the tile map to make a level layout, and then that translated to the level. So that's what Casey's asking about. No, I know. I keep all of my notes in like a graph notebook, so I have no problem doing the grid coordinates, but I understand why people would want something different. Red, yellow, pink, blue. Yeah. So like the main idea behind it, I don't have Godot up anymore, so I can't show you. Piece weight. Yeah, we can do piece weight. Sure. That one isn't anywhere near as difficult as this would have turned out to be. The tile map itself keeps track of its own grid. So like when you create a tile map, it knows where each tile is in relation to the center of the screen. And I'm pretty sure it considers 0, 0 to be the tile that is one to the right and one down from the center. And then all you have to do is write a short script that checks what tile is in what position and then translates that to the arrays that we've already created. And I did it before, but I didn't write down what I did, and I don't remember exactly how it went, so I'd have to go through it again. And piece weight is something we can do. You have to create what's called a cumulative probability. I know, Anthro, I've said that before. Feel free to yell at me. Okay, well, I'm gonna go get started on dinner and chores around the house and stuff like that. You're hilarious. Yes, you are. So, thank you very much, guys, for hanging out with me today. It was kind of nice to have something to do. I've been hanging around the house, not wanting to do all my schoolwork, so thanks. I hope you guys have yourselves a wonderful evening, and I will talk to everybody later.